Hello everyone, my name is Squalo and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Guys, in this video I'm gonna tell you exactly who is gonna be making money on Bitcoin. And if you want to be one of those people who are gonna actually, after everything, is gonna actually make money on Bitcoin, then watch this video from the beginning and until the end, and you're gonna understand exactly what you need to do in order to be one of those people. So, first things first, let's quickly talk about the pump that we're currently seeing in the price. We're gonna then talk about some very important news and some very important narratives that you have to understand and all the upcoming things and the reasons for this pump right now. And then we're gonna actually come back to the chart and talk about the targets, etc. So as of right now, we're seeing a pump right into the EMA ribbon on the daily chart, which is again huge resistance for us. Then we also are seeing some kind of, we somewhat saw an expansion phase in BBWP, but now it just is coming to a halt. So if we're gonna go to a smaller time frame, then we're gonna see that we saw a pump. So basically, if you saw my yesterday's video, I'm gonna link it up here, go check it out. I told you that if you want to be longing this breakout that could be happening right here, I mean, it's obvious, a blind person wouldn't see it. So with this closure right here of this candle with a tiny bit of volume, I would have taken a long trade right here, just as I told you in the previous video. And I told you also that the target was the initial target, you could place it at about 17,300, I believe. So, and look where the price stopped, 17,300, spot on. So Mr. Spot On strikes again. So call me Mr. Spot On down in the comments right now and go and join my free Discord channel where we post all of our trades as always, and that's where you can actually see all of our trades and all the take profits, stop losses, and all the explanations, etc. So if you're not part of our Discord channel, then you're not seeing all the trades that we're taking. So go join it down below in the description of this video as well as in the pinned comment. Now, before we come back to this chart, let's first understand as to what is happening and as to how to be one of those people who is gonna, after all of this nonsense, is gonna actually end up making money in the markets from Bitcoin, especially from Bitcoin. So number one, let's talk about the short-term perspective and then go more into a long-term perspective. So first things first is the reason for this pump. So why did we actually pump? Because as I said in yesterday's video, everything is more bearish, but certainly we can see some kind of a breakout in any direction, and it ended up being to the upside, not to the downside. So, and what we are thinking as of right now, and I'm actually inclined to agree with this article, of the reason why. And by the way, we can also talk whether you should talk about whether you should trust this pump or not, whether it's a fake pump. And I have my own opinion on this topic. I'm going to tell you at the end of the video, so make sure to watch it till the end. But for now, the reason for this pump as of right now is basically that the US dollar has showed a weakness pre-CPI. So CPI is coming out very soon and it's showing some weakness right now. So the trader and analyst, whatever, peer, added that both Dixie and the S&P 500 could nonetheless trade sideways. This is also very important, gives us an understanding of the short-term perspective until the CPI print for November comes out in on the December 13th. So this is what we want to see. Basically, the next CPI reading, which is going to be on December 13th, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. And this is, you can actually see all these readings right here on investing.com. As of right, the previous reading was 7.7%. And quite frankly, guys, I can tell you right now, if it's going to be, for example, the forecast, we don't see the forecast yet. It's going to probably come in a few days before the actual 13th. But if the forecast is something like 7.5 and it's going to come in at 8 or 7.9 or something ridiculous, which is very unlikely, but if it will be, you can just use all your money and short Bitcoin, not financial advice, but it's gonna crash like crazy. All high-risk assets are gonna simply crash. And this right here is really going to be honest, dictate where we're gonna go next in a short-term perspective. But, guys and girls, this isn't what is gonna make you rich in Bitcoin. So what is gonna make you rich in Bitcoin? As I told you before, number one, we really wanna be watching these things to understand whether we're gonna be going into a recession for sure. So this is gonna give you an understanding of when to buy into Bitcoin, because the best time, in my opinion, to buy into Bitcoin will be if we're going to see this one last crash, mega huge crash after the Fed pivots, if we're going to be going into a recession. That's why this number on December the 13th is going to be so important for us to have an incentive whether we're going to see a soft-ish landing or not at all, and we're going to actually be going into a recession, which market is currently pricing, starting to potentially price in. So, and if this is going to happen and Bitcoin crashes to $10,000, number one, this is going to be probably the best time to buy it, because this is going to be the point of, complete disappointment and devastation of miners, because it's going to be going below any really mining cost, any smallest potential mining cost, which historically is the best price to ever buy Bitcoin. And number two is what you have to pay attention to is these things right here. This is juiciest stuff you can imagine. And all of this is actually planned for 2023. So right here, Hong Kong amends finance law to incorporate crypto firms. So you remember China banning mining, banning crypto. That's why Bitcoin went from $60,000 all the way to $30,000. But right now they're realizing they've made a mistake. So they're slowly starting to open back up. So they're actually are going to be allowing crypto retail trading in Hong Kong and China in 2023, I believe in March of 2023, or at least that's their current plan. Imagine how much money is going to flow from China into Bitcoin again when there's going to be a legal framework for it and it's going to become actually legal. So this is absolutely huge. And as of right now, Hong Kong is going to subject crypto exchanges to the same laws governing TradeFi. So basically what it says right here, because in light of everything happened with FTX, it actually can propel Hong Kong to become the next crypto center. And right here, as you can see, the recent amendment has propelled the nation to become the first mover on the pressing issue of investor protection in light of FTX collapse. So the regulator is also considering to allowing retail investors to invest in crypto-related exchange-traded funds, so ETFs. This is going to be huge because this is going to open up the door also for potentially down the road for institutionals, ETFs. So, and then the city government also intends to embrace emerging technologies such as NFTs and metaverse with the goal of transforming Hong Kong into an international virtual asset center. And so many people are going to be fighting for it. London, potentially Texas, we've seen this, also Brazil, now Hong Kong, also Russia is pro-crypto. Like, I mean, just let that sink in for a second. Everything that is happening, everything that we've been discussing on this YouTube channel is currently coming to fruition despite crazy down move in the prices and potentially even huge down move still coming with this last cascading liquidation effect because of Fed pivoting too late. And also, this is probably just as huge as Hong Kong turning on, turning and actually accepting crypto. So Saudi Arabia's central bank has hired crypto and CBDCs expert. So we already spoke about CBDCs. They can do whatever they want. It's not going to be actually hurting crypto. They actually could promote crypto further. So, and what they want is potentially, imagine all this trillions of dollars of oil money of Saudi Arabia and all the Gulf states later on afterwards, they're going to obviously all follow suit, is going to be flowing into crypto. Just imagine Hong Kong, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Qatar, Texas, potentially the Brazil, Russia, etc. All these mega huge economies supporting and going into cryptocurrencies. This is absolutely insane. And certainly we're also seeing this, zero COVID policy in China. It has to be coming to the end very soon as well, potentially in 2023, just same as in the United States. They're going to be, for now they prolonged it until I think April, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but this is going to be coming to the end as well. And it's going to be, easing the issues with supply chain. So which also going to be reducing the inflation. And we already are seeing incredible drop in the oil. Oil just keeps going down. And potentially that's the reason why we also are seeing Dixie move down as well. So all we need right now, to be honest, we just want to see good numbers when it comes to CPI, then potentially maybe some kind of a Fed pivot crash as always, but not as crazy as, we're hoping that it's not going to be as crazy as it could be. And then the people who pay attention to these things right here and who understand what kind of fundamental movement there is right now in crypto space and are going to be buying Bitcoin as of right now. Certainly, I mean, if you will remember, I'm going to link a video right here. Tell me, how much money do you think I've already made on my 30 Bitcoin position that I bought into right here? I already made some money. So, and I'm slowly buying in bit by bit and step by step. I'm going to go and talk about the chart shortly. So if it's going to go and drop much lower to $10,000, whatever, because of, again, as we said about, because of Fed and, the pivot, etc., this is going to be the moment to buy as much Bitcoin as possible, because 2023, closer to the end of the 2023, we're going to see a retracement. We're going to see that accumulation phase. We're going to see all these things coming to fruition, which is going to take Bitcoin very high up, or at least there is a very good chance that this is what is going to be happening. Now, so these are going to be the people who are going to be not scared when there's blood on the streets, who are going to actually making a lot of money from Bitcoin in the future, not the ones who are actually selling it right now, that's for sure. So now we are at the chart, and to be honest, let's talk about whether this breakout is real or not. And if we're going to be taking a look at a 4-hour chart, then guys and girls, as I told you so many times before, this has happened so many times before that we've been seeing this kind of, some positive momentum, and all the bloggers are starting to flip bullish and say, oh, look at it, it's so beautiful, we're going to the moon. Nope, we are not. Just like we saw it here, then we saw it here, and then previously we saw all the same stuff every single time, and every time I'm telling you guys, hold your horses. Tell me in the comments, how many times have I told you to hold your horses and hold your expectations? And I've told you this like, what, 10 times? So probably in this bear market, I've saved you a lot of money, unless you were stupid and then didn't listen to what I was saying and wasn't watching my videos from the beginning and until the end, and were not a part of my Discord channel, which again, join it right now, then certainly you were probably, losing money. I don't know. So as of right now, what we are seeing in the current situation certainly is a, upside. So it's like a climbing wedge right now, so which is pretty cool. We're going to start squeezing this level right here, which is an important order block for us. But just in general, it's a really nice kind of a wedge formation that we're seeing right here. However, the volume, again, and this is what I always look at, the volume, it's just not there. I mean, I'm just not seeing it. Go to the bigger time frame, go to daily, and you're gonna see like, what is this, the breakout volume of a historical turnaround of Bitcoin? Bullshit. It's not. It looks like just like any other fake out right here, and certainly I'm not gonna I don't see this, propelling itself to $50,000 right now, and especially until we see what's gonna happen with CPI on the 13th. So until then, I'm not really sure we're gonna really see any kind of major pumps. S&P 500 is just probably gonna jog along, and we have this very important resistance at 44,080, so we really have to be paying attention to that one. And for now, I would be extremely careful. A lot of people are going to say, Thomas, there is a head and shoulders pattern. I will not have the double bottom pattern, and let me just find it for you right here. So, and they're going to be saying, oh, there is a bottom, there is a bottom, there is a neckline, and we're currently standing at this bloody neckline. So if we're going to be breaking it, then theoretically we can measure this kind of a target, place it right here, and booyah, this puts our target at about $18,000. So if you want to do something like this, use my link down below in the description of this video or in the pinned comment. Go join BitGet, claim up to $8,000 in initial deposit bonuses, and then also claim my famous paid crypto course for absolutely free if you deposit more than $500. It'll be sent to your email within like 3 days usually. And then you can long it, short it, do whatever you want, but my job is to just simply show you what I'm seeing. These kinds of patterns, it's not my, I don't really like these kinds of patterns. I look at what the market is telling me. Certainly if the CPI is going to be really, really low, which is going to be very positive, then this would come to fruition, and certainly you can extend your take profit up to something like $18,000. But until we see the CPI read, I would be very, very careful, because right now we could see a lot of speculation in the market, which could bring a lot of volatility, therefore a lot of danger. But if you want to be trading, just trade on a proper exchange. Join our free Discord channel down below. Trade on BitGet, which has provided proof of reserves, and they are over collateralized, so they are actually safe. And this is what I'm using for trading as well. And as always, guys and girls, check out this tutorial that I've done so you learn how to open trades in a smart way with proper risk and money management, so you don't lose any money. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments, whether I explained a very good strategy as to how to accumulate and buy into Bitcoin to make money at the end of probably 2025. Let me know. And as always, stay smart, stay rich, and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.